Hello, and welcome. Today we are going to do a building stream. If you have not tuned into one of the building streams before, I will walk through all of this, everything that has been done, and also provide some updates for what has been accomplished since the last time we did a building stream. But like I said, I will explain all of it. I'm just going to finish posting the fact that I'm live here in my Discord. Where is I am in the wrong channel. Oh, there it is. Okay. Post, copy and paste. Perfect. What was I saying? I gotta explain it. I was gonna say something before then. Oh yeah. If you want to join my Discord, there is a link in the description that you can use to join. It has been a hot second since, I have been present. I kind of fell off the face of the earth for a couple of weeks there, but I have returned. Don't worry. Just doing a fun little trip into the void. Just making sure that the void is still the void. We gotta do a check every once in a while. But yeah, so we're gonna do some building stream. Do a building stream. Kind of like I mentioned a few weeks ago now, a lot of the effort and time that I'm putting into the whole YouTube channel and everything has been in this room. This is the next big project that I'm working on that I want to try and get done. So content is down on the low side right now, even though now that I have my free time, a lot of it is going to put into this. Just for reference, past 3 days I've put, I think, 6 hours each day into working on the room. So I'm hoping that we can have it out at March 15th. That is our current schedule date that we're going to try and hit. We being me and Drippy. Drippy is my circuiteer who's been doing all the programming. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal. Originally, the goal was beginning of March, but I don't think that's going to happen, so I just pushed it back another 15 days. And I think we'll be able to get everything done by then. I'll probably be able to have this room done by the end of March, but then I still have to do the lobby, and then we'll have to program all that as well. So let me go ahead, explain what the heck this is that we're actually building, and then I'll give a brief update on everything that has been done. Welcome everyone that's already tuned in. Baggy, Knight, Drippy Egg, he is our circuiteer. Probably not gonna be on the stream. All right, that's a-okay. We won't do a play testing at the end. That's what we did at the end of the last one. Is we had some people join. We were doing some play testing and found a whole lot of bugs that figured out the games didn't quite work at all. So we've got some stuff that we're working through. But yeah, that's perfectly fine. Do you see a bench? Pointing in reverse is hard. Also, when my tracking doesn't go that far. Just hold on. Just hold on, Mr. Bagger. We'll get there. Cheese, how's it going? I already lost my train of thought. Okay, cool. I'm just going to move on and pretend like I wasn't in the middle of something. Let me flip on over to POV. So for those who have not seen one of the building streams before, we are recreating the game Speedrunners. If you don't know what Speedrunners is, basically the goal is you have to run through the map and you want to be as fast as possible. The faster you are, the more likely that the other players are to get eliminated. And then if you're the last person surviving, you then win that round. You have to win 3 rounds and then you win the overall game. This right here is Brew. This is Brew. I just said that. What? That is great commentary. Brew stands for Big Red Elimination Wall. Lovely guy. He's a great guy. So basically, he chases you, and then you gotta run through the map and try to not die. So then you've got your coins, you've got your power-ups. This is just the in-room currency that will be used to no leg up on competition. It'll only be used just to purchase cosmetic items and whatnot, and you cannot trade tokens for it. Shocking, I know, revolutionary. But I want to actually make it mean something. Also, wow, that is a very nice shimmer that's coming off of it. Dang. And then item boxes, you'll collect these. And then right now there's 4 different items that you can get. We'll probably have a 5th one towards the end, or as we're continuing with development. But yeah, you touch these, you get the item. It helps boost you forward or slow down the other players. As Baggy mentioned out, I got kind of hyped about this in my Discord. Benches! We have benches! So one of the design things that I'm going for is we have this city background all throughout the map. If you couldn't tell, that's what that's That's what that is. It's not just, weird rectangles. So then part of the design that I'm doing is I'm trying to pop out the city in the actual map as well and not have it just be background. So that's why we have street lamps, and that's not quite right. That needs to be fixed. Yeah, we've got street lamps coming out, and then I made benches. We have benches. This is actually kind of expensive on the ink side, so I had to be a little bit more sparing with them. This is the next thing that I was going through and I was adding. So that's actually what we're going to be working on today, is I've got a list of a few more things I'm going to see if we can create, try and make it as low ink as possible, because we are at 93.46% ink. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can make a few things so that we can help put it throughout the map, just to kind of help pop out the map or the city aspect of it into the actual real thing. So we're just gonna kind of run through the map here, just so that you can get an idea of what it is, and what Speedrunners is all about. Yoink. So it's got its fair share of fun little spots that you can do, more or less, I guess, intended time strats, such as this one here. As you sneak in here, you've got a secret little tunnel that you can run through, collect your coins, and then you pop back out into the actual map. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say, as we're just kind of running through this just so you can get an idea for it. The main thing I have been working on these past couple of days is the death lobby. So when you get eliminated, each round will on average last about 45 seconds, but can last upwards of like a minute 15, I think. So if you get eliminated within the first 15 seconds, I don't want you just standing in a room just waiting for the next round to happen. Here's another skip. But so I have a death lobby that you get to do some stuff, get to have some visually appealing stuff to look at as you wait. So that's the main thing I've been working on, which is actually what we were working on at the end of last stream. So yeah, I'll show that off, show all that. We've got more benches. I actually really like this look of having the benches with the street lights here. I didn't have the street lights, but I knew I wanted the benches in here. So then I was putting the benches in. I'm like, oh, that just doesn't look good. If I had a street light, maybe I could get it to work. So then I put these in. And I really like how it turned out. Because my main problem that I was dealing with before was trying to put the street lamps in somewhere where it wouldn't, if somebody did the skip of like jumping around like that, or I guess more appropriately, you could do it in locations like this. I didn't want to put a street lamp here because it would cause issues. So then I was doing some thinking, and I was like, you know what? If I put one here, I don't think it's possible to make this jump. No, there's no way. So there's no way that you're going to be jumping through that light post, and then there's no reason to do the skip here. I guess there kind of is a reason, but it's fine. But yeah, that's the main gist of the map. This is poking through a little bit. That's not supposed to happen. Let's just, this is, again, I don't know if this is like I accidentally messed something up earlier, or if it's just Rec Room being Rec Room. It's real fun designing in a game that, doesn't work half the time. That was not enough. There we go. That should be enough. So yeah, gotta love Rec Room and all of their design features and all their bugs. But yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Not trading tokens for it and has no advantage. Why has nobody thought of it? It's a brilliant idea. I know, crazy, right? It's almost as if people try and optimize games for their token income and not player enjoyment. Oh, who would have known? It's almost as if it's a whole bunch of kids designing games. And then once you go here, it loops back to the start, and then you keep going through. So you can't really do one lap until Brew catches up to you. You can get about 3/4 of the way through, and then Brew will be so fast that even if you've been completely optimal, he'll still catch up to you. I think with items, and if you're perfectly optimal, you might be able to just get over a lap before Brew catches up to you. But there's also 4 different spawn locations. So we've got spawn location there, and then there's 3 more throughout the map. One of which is, I am so lost. Here it is. It's right here. So then this would be the second location. So each time you spawn, or for the first 4 times, it's always something new, and then it cycles back through them. So then you're not starting at the same location, then you can go back through. This is another project I really don't want to have to work on. I'm dreading this one, is trying to decorate this tunnel, because I have no idea how I'm going to make it possible. It's so jank trying just to get these in place, and they all look stupid, so I'm going to have to design something that helps hide that into it. I don't know. If you want to see the circuit side of things, oh yeah, here's another thing that we've been working on. This is something I was working on last night and this morning. Is we've got an alphabet. We've got a full alphabet. We will then also have to make a lowercase of every letter. But if you're wondering why this is here, it is because of this. You should see it there towards the bottom of the screen. I forget exactly what I have it listed as, but I think I also pinned it in the live chat. Or basically, if anyone donates during one of these building streams, I then take your name and I will then hide it as a Easter egg inside of this map. So we've got 4 names here. If you're wondering why there's like 2 for each. Right side is just their YouTube username, and then the left side is what they wanted their Easter egg to be. So it's these here. It's going to be Hulk, G, Swiggy, and Lem _X3. Those are 3 Easter eggs we're currently going to have. So I've been building the alphabet here, so then I can make those names for cheaper ink, and then I'll put them somewhere in the map and hide them. This is our very janked up screen right now. We've been having some issues with this. Drippy's currently working on trying to fix it. But this screen is going to go in the death lobby, which is the perfect transition. This is our death lobby. So that screen will be right here. It may be a little bit bigger than the current flat part of the wall. The edges might be closer to there. But that'll be there. And then the camera's point of view will be on Brew. So and then it'll then be... when you're dead, you can then see the point of view of Brew, and then, you know, catching up to the players. And you can be like, haha, sucker, you're dead. And then, oh look, they spawned right in front of you. So that's what that screen's going to be. It's a little janked up right now. This is just kind of the decor side. Just some visual aspect of it. Once we design the other items, I'll put some other stuff in there. These I'm actually pretty... I wouldn't say proud of. I'm excited about. These are just item pedestals. These item pedestals so that you can look a little bit closer at all of the different models of everything that we've added, or that has been added and created. So if you were curious and you wanted to look a little bit closer at it, they're right here, and you can look at them. But the main juice of it is this section here. So this is then just a little loop-de-loop, another bench that you can just run around and you can entertain yourself with as you're waiting for the next round to start. So it's just a little loop-de-loop, and there's a little secret area right here. So then I don't know what I'm going to put down here, but there'll be something down here to also keep you entertained. But yeah, so this is the death area. This is another thing that I've been working on past few days. I think it's turned out pretty well. Obviously going to have some more decorations on the walls and whatnot to help make it not look so bland, especially in areas like that. But yeah, so that's another thing that we're going to do. But like I said, the main thing we're going to work on today is the... what's it called? Props and the decorations. That's what it's going to be. If you wanted to see the circuits, here are the circuits. Yeah. Drippy has nicknamed this the Wither Storm, which I think is fairly appropriate. If you're wondering why there's very strange things happening here, my understanding of it, of how Drippy explained it to me, is the circuit boards that are spinning are the ones that are connected to the animation of the spinning coins and the item boxes. And so with one of the updates that they did, it is, you know, they were all set and detached and they were all over here, but with one of the updates it then caused them to spin along with the object. So they spin, and yeah, it's real exciting. Quite the spectacle every time you pull out your Maker Pen. Also causes quite the lag spike. I just think it's hilarious. If you want to get a good look at the actual map, we can go ahead and delete this, and we can kind of see the whole map that's here. This is one of my favorite things to do, is just to you know, appreciate everything that we have worked on so far, is just to delete all the walls and the floors, and then you can really appreciate the whole map. So it's bigger than it looks when you have all the other pieces to it. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I'm really proud of the room so far. I'm really excited to have it published. I think it'll be a great addition to Rec Room. I'm very dizzy from all that spinning. But yeah, so you can see as soon as I put that back, like, it looks not as impressive now. It's just a bunch of squares. But yeah, so we should probably go ahead and get started on the actual building. Let me catch up on chat. I have not at all been reading it. Chaos plus Jeremy, it's Cat. Welcome everybody. Sorry, I have not been looking at chat. My bad. Truly wonderful how every update breaks new things. I know, it's been pain, especially since this room has been over 7 months now in development. I have seen a fair few things break and just get absolutely demolished from the update. So yeah, it's real fun. How is your day not going? It's not going pretty dang good right now. I'm pretty excited. I've had a great day, and I'm excited I get to do some building and get to talk with you all. What can beat that? That is one of the things that honestly, like, I'll be sitting in here for like 3 hours building, and then I just get so bored because I'm just like, my music playlist can only keep me entertained for so long. So the fact that I can sit here and talk with you all, I think will help make me a little bit more excited about building today. So I'm just gonna build in here. So let me see if I can get my list here. Y'all just are still seeing Rec Room. I have opened up my my monitor here inside of VR so that I can see it, because I wrote it on Discord. Where is it? Okay, so here it is. So my 4 things that I have created the idea for would be a bus station, a trash bin, street signs, and traffic cones. I should probably write those down in here, because otherwise I will forget. So let me make that's the wrong one. Props, text. How do I find text? You know what? There's a search bar for a reason. Text. Booyah. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll just fully work on the designing of the objects today, and I'm not even going to put them in. If we have time afterwards, then I will, but we're not really going to focus on that. Alright, so we have a bus station. Pretty sure that's how you spell station. Traffic... Oop. Typing's hard. Traffic cone. Or the other ones I already forgot. Trash bin. Trash bin at the very least, I think, is the one that I want to do. And what was the other one? Street signs. Street signs. I think I should be able to pull off street signs fairly easily, and also for low ink. That is the main thing. Is like, it'd be nice to have all these in the map, just as decorations, but with ink percentages, I think it'll be a little bit tricky. Bus station, I'm just like picturing just like a few curved poles, and then it's just got like the overhang on it. You've got the bench, and then you have like the city map on the side of it, just, you know, the spot where you sit there and wait for the bus. So that's what I'm thinking for that. It'll be a little bit bigger, so I don't know if I can actually incorporate it anywhere. I'll have to do some map scouting to see if I can think there's a good spot for it. Traffic cone, I'm not entirely sold on, but I think the bottom 2 here, trash bin and the street signs, those I really want to do, because I think that'll really help bring some life to the build. Street signs, yeah, like I said, I think I can do that for low ink, no problem. It's the trash bins, I think, if I want to have a good trash bin model, it'll be a bit tricky. I'm going to have to do a lot of toying around with that. So we'll see. Hey, S+, how's it going? Coconut. Welcome, welcome. You don't know what this is supposed to be? If you go back towards the start of the stream, I explained the whole game and everything that it is. But I am recreating speedrunners in Rec Room. If you know what speedrunners is, go back to the start of the stream. All right, let's see. Which one we start with? I kind of want to start with the street sign, because I think that'll be easier. I don't know though. Yeah, let's do the street signs. See if we can do that first. Can I grab this without actually having to? Oh, I can. Wow, I have to put my finger on it. That's so nice. All right, so street signs. We could definitely have just a similar model to the street lamps that we've got here. Street lamps, I'm actually very proud of, because I think it takes up 0.0025% ink, I think is what I calculated out to be. Because it's just two tubes of varying sizes at each of their points. But yeah, I think it's turned out really well. I have done like no building with tubes before this room, and now that I've been toying around with tubes, it's been a lifesaver. Like trying to do the edges and then like the armrests on the bench, like with tubes and squares, it would be an absolute nightmare and it would take up so much more ink. But the fact that I could just do it with tubes like that, oh, so much easier. It's the only way I've been able to do the alphabet as well. There's no way I could do that with shapes. It's what I was originally planning to do, was going to do it with squares. But yeah, it's a good thing I didn't. Okay. So we need to select tube. Uniform shapes. Do I want uniform shapes on? Yes, I want uniform shapes on. We're going to turn this up. This is what I've got right now for the alphabet. So let's turn this up to 6. No, I think we're going to want all the way up to 10. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to want. Tube height, we'll leave it at that. And tube radius... Nope. Just real big. We'll leave it like that. Alright, so then smooth tubes, connect nearby tubes, yes. So then snapping and grid. These are both set to low. So let's see. Let's turn... I'm thinking the way that we'll do this is I'm going to turn this all the way up to here for both of these. So then I can get... Because what I realized with these is because I was trying to freehand it. This was one of the first things that I was experimenting with tubes. And so it's not straight. But now that I've done the alphabet, I know how to make things straight now. So let's see. So I'm thinking the design is we'll do... Whoops. Exact same kind of main structure as those, at least at the bottom, and then going up. And then what at the top there, I'm trying to picture a street sign, and it'd be a thin pole going up, and then it would then just have the pieces then sticking out. So I think we'll probably do cubes then for the actual like street names. Alright, so I think this should be pretty simple. I think if we just do 1 point, because it'll be fat bottom, and then it'll get skinnier, and then we'll have a second point towards the top. And then do we just need one more? I think we should just need one more. And then I'm just going to do an extra one just in case. Oh, that's right, it's over here. So it's turn these... where am I? Turn these all the way down. Edit the tube. Alright, so this one we're just going to store up there for right now. I do have world space on, perfect. So let's lower this one to the ground a little bit, get this one closer to the bottom. And then this should just go right there, and this should go right there. I keep trying to look at the Maker Pen. I forget that I have this open now. One of the things I like about where I am right now is I have so much space, and I can like actually walk around. It is life-changing. I am dying for the day that I can get an omnidirectional treadmill. It'll be an absolute game changer for VR. I am so excited for it. So these can probably be pretty dang skinny. Not quite that skinny. I think that'll be good though. I don't like how prominent it's making each of the edges for the bottom here though. I wonder if there's a way, again, I keep looking down. Actually, that's not where I need it now. I wonder if there's a way I can hide that. I mean, it's not the end of the world if it is. Probably scale this back down. I don't think it needs to be that wide. I think that's good. I think that's good. I like that. Let's bring this back up, please. Thank you. Alright. And as my famous line that I like to say all the time when I'm building, I'm going to bring this down so it becomes easier to work with. And is that the same diameter? Looks like it. Let's bring it down to verify. Yep, it's not changing size. Alright, so let's do that. And then I just need to test with this guy. If I do something like that, I think that'll be perfect. So yeah, we don't need that. And I think that will work. And this should be really low ink. I don't see a reason why it should be taking up very much. Okay, let's then recolor it, just so we're not working with orange. What do we need? What did I do these? Were these? I think I did glossy plastic black for those. Let's see, where is, oops. Glossy plastic, where, it would be really handy if, they alphabetize this, instead of it being whatever this is. Where is glossy plastic? There it is. I'm also just blind, so I suppose that doesn't help. Alright, black. Recolor that. Ooh, no, that shimmers too much. Did I just do cardboard then? I very well may have just done cardboard. No, it's not cardboard. What did I do it as then? I'm assuming I didn't save it. Oh, was it? Oh, did I do the grass? Maybe. I think that's made of what I done. I also just realized then we probably don't want it to be the same color. We want to have some variation to it. That is too bright. The only problem with doing it with the gray is it'll clash with the city backgrounds there. I'm not sure. All right. What are we building? I am going to be saying this 18 times throughout the stream. We are building speedrunners, recreating it here inside a rec room. And again, if you don't know what speedrunner is, just go back to the start of the stream. I explained the whole thing there. Basically, you just have to run fast. It is, in my opinion, a better version of stun runners, if you want to kind of compare it to like that. You have suspicions that E-Man is Mario? Do you have any evidence for this claim, or are you just saying it? Hey, Avestra, how's it going? This is going to be super annoying for you, but at some point you should probably try Threads' low-effort climbs, if you haven't already, so I have to bother. I actually did. I actually popped into that room for a little bit, and everything was very red. But yeah, I was having some fun with it. I was really busy, so I didn't spend all too much time in it, but I did enjoy it. And I think I may have to check it out on stream one of these days, so I can actually spend more time in it. I'm thinking we'll have to do a custom color of gray, so it doesn't matter what we choose then. Let's try... Alright, I think that's pretty good. The only thing I'm a bit concerned with is the color of the background there, and even that's not too bad. Could you go down, please? Thank you. I had to undo 3 things. What? It was the last action I chose. So I think that's pretty good. I'm just, I don't like this color for the pole though, but I suppose it's fairly accurate to what a street pole would be. I think what I'm envisioning though is even brighter than that, which I think we can get away with brighter, because right now because that has a bit of a bluish tint to it, and that's the next brightest thing. So I think we can get a nice in-between of that and then that brightness. So let's see. I'm gonna have to save this as a custom color because I'm not gonna be able to find this again. Palette, here we go. Custom color. Alright, a little bit brighter. I think that was too bright. Yep, that's too bright. What? I changed nothing, but I went down in the slider and then it turned blue. Why is it slightly blue? Too dark again. I didn't change anything. Yeah, it's too bright. Too bright. No, come on. I just need to go slightly higher. Okay, let's try that. It's not doing anything. Ooh, okay. Actually, I kind of like that. It's a little too close to this color though. So maybe slightly darker. So our color now is 5 repeating. Oh, my hand is so shaky. Alright, that was slightly darker. That made no difference in the actual color. That's way too dark. Alright, maybe. It's not changing it at all. Does this slider even work? Does it only work in massive increments? I think that's back to where we were before. Yeah, and it's like so many shades darker. It's not changing anything. It only works in like certain ticks. You can't. This is a fake slider. You just have multiple choice if the slider doesn't actually work, game. Come on, could I grab the thing? Yeah, it's not doing anything. So it means the only other option that we have then is the whole one shade brighter like that. Why does the slider not work? It's so stupid. So I suppose the other, just getting back from the sauna, how was that? Was that exciting? You recently beat Speed Course 1 throws low for climbs as your hardest completion took 5+ hours. Oh my goodness. Map is looking sick. I'm trying. It's taking a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm thinking that if I can't get the color right, because I don't like the two color choices that we have with this, if we change the material, we should be able to get something that I like. I don't know what else would be here that wouldn't really reflect like I want it to, or don't want it to. That's horrible in every way. That's not too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Only thing is, but the reflections. Nope. What if you did something really stupid like sand? Not too bad. It's not really changing the color much though. I just need to, like, if I did, because I know this always makes the shade so much darker. Yeah. So it is doing things. What crash pad? Nope, that looks stupid. Grip tape, I already tried. Particle board? Ooh, okay. I kind of like that. When you get further away though, it still is the same color. Because when you're a bit closer, seeing the variation in the texture like that makes it pop out from this one. But yeah, when you get the further away and it all doesn't show. Still the same color. Alright, I'm not hating that. What if we try higher? No, because then you can't even see it. I don't think there's going to be a middle ground here for this. No. Alright, let's try... Gravel wouldn't work, would it? No. Unless... No. Ah! I don't hate it. Because the fact that there's slight variation in the color there, that's too much, no. Like, makes it almost give it some wear and tear, almost. It also feels like fake shadows, which I'm not a huge fan of. Hey, Little J, how's it going? Grass? I mean, who used to say that my light pole can't be made out of grass? I think you're onto something. Did I try grass yet? I don't know if I did. Don't hate it. Let's try all the way down. It still has the same problem of that when you're too far away, it just blends in with this color too much. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with grass though. I don't think that we're gonna get a, ooh, actually I kind of really like that. Oh, and that made it a bit darker. Having the wider selection to it. Or wider, pattern. Alright, I kind of don't hate this. I think that was a great idea, ADNX. Do goldfish? I don't think goldfish is a type. But I like your grass suggestion. I think that works. The question is then just color, because obviously flipping through all these, it's saying the exact same color, unless we do something weird like the neon floor or metal floor tread. Or neon floor? What neon? You could do the checkered. Okay. Let's see. Let's try the one shade darker again. Which again, that's not gonna do anything, is it? No, it does absolutely nothing. It's just so stupid. Yeah, it goes in an entire different shade. Alright. I think since those are the two choices I have, I would rather have this one. So let's save as new swatch. It'd be really handy if you could name these. That's something that they should do. You should be able to name them. Remember which ones are actually for what. This I don't need anymore. This I can delete. That I don't think I need anymore. Or wait, no, that I do because I did end up changing it. And the rest of these I need. What, I have two different oh, that's right. This is the neon for the lights. That's the neon for the wall jump sections. Alright, so yeah, if those are my two choices of color, I would rather have this one. So, let's then see if we can find out a good height, at least for this room. So let's select those. Way too tall. I think something right around there would be good. I don't like the fact that the street signs are then going to be right on where the cities are for that top section. But I think that's pretty good. So let's move this. Should be the only thing this object right now. Oop. Let's move this in over there. So now we need to actually make the street sign portions of it. Let's see. What about glass? Glass is its own object. It's not a it's not a texture option. I'm thinking I don't like how big this top one is. Let's scale this down a little bit. Actually, I really like that because then it's less of a. Ooh, actually, that's really good. I'm a big fan of that. I'm over here. Of course, it spawned me over here. Why would it not? Whee. That is so much better. I actually really love that. All right, perfect. So there's our here's our poll. So let's see. Just because I'm curious to see how much ink is everything. What happened? Hilton X Reconnect code summer. What? Did my Wi-Fi dip out for a second? What? I think is the stream fine? I'm not getting any data right now from my actual computer here showing me whether or not the stream's fine. It says excellent connection. So, we're good? We're good now? Alright, cool. Unable to verify Steam user. I have not had a game crash since the last time I streamed. I'm pretty sure. The last time that my game has crashed was the last time that we were trying to stream the community stream. There we go. And I crashed right at the end when we were trying to get into Towers of Hell. That was the last time my game has crashed. I have probably played 20 hours of Rec Room, if not more, between then and now. And I have not had one game crash. And then as soon as I start streaming, that's when my game crashes. Hi, Sparker. How's it going? What'd you give me? Oh, just not freaking pretzels? How dare you? Alright, well, let's hope we have a autosave for something that's, or for a part of where the pole was built. I was hoping as long as if it was, it could have been after the recoloring. Well, actually, I have the recolor saved now, so that doesn't matter. So yeah, we should have an autosave that should have everything where we need it. And I'll just have to change the size of the top point again. So let's see. Retail save. There's actually an autosave. Crazy. Okay. It's frozen. Oh, that's just fantastic. Why is that frozen? Oh, it's because the Unity second display is okay. I think I know how to fix this. So hold on. If I just turn the streamer cam back on. Did that fix? Yeah, that fixed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because so the Unity second display was frozen, which is what pops up when you turn on the streamer cam. So now it's fine. Thank you for holding on. Okay, yay, everything's fine, back to normal, and I reloaded the autosave. So where are we at? All right. That's here. The top is not correct, and I think it's recolored correctly, though. Does that look like grass? I think so. Let's just double check to make sure. Yep, it's the right one. Perfect. All right, so now we just have to redo the one thing. All right, that could have been. Ooh, it could have been a lot worse. Let me just double check everything. Yep, everything is running. Perfect. All right, thank you for your patience, everybody. As the universe continues to hate me, as always, because why would it not? If this is one of your first times here, just so you know, the universe kind of has a vendetta against me. I don't know why, but yeah, it just tries to screw me over when I do absolutely anything. So you'll get to experience that at least a couple more times this stream, probably. All right, I think that was roughly where I had. I think. And to be clear, I still don't know what happened when everything crashed. Like it's like my computer had a hiccup. Like OBS stopped working and my game crashed. So I don't know. The only thing I can think of is maybe my Wi-Fi dipped out for a split second. That's my only idea. Alright, I think that's still just slightly too big. So let's tune that down one more. Oh, come on. Oh, and also the hand adjustments that they did, or the position that you hold tools and everything in your hand. Oh, why does it keep putting me over here? I'm like right above the ground over here. It's been really annoying. I tried to fix it the best I could, but it's still slightly off, and it's been bugging the absolute living heck out of me. Alright, that's about what we had before. That is fine. Maybe we can actually thin the pole here a little bit. Or does that feel... I think we do it once. We do one scale down of each of these two locations, or each of these 2 points. And we're going to select as small as possible, and then do one tick. So let's select this one, and one tick smaller. I am right above the ground. Why does he keep putting me back at world spawn? Alright. Can't tell too much of a difference, but I think it's better. I honestly don't know. I'm just going to assume that it's better. We're going to pretend like it's better. Hey, Ghostly, how's it going? The detail of the pole broker game. Yes, this absolutely beautiful design pole is absolute crashing all my CPU. Check Discord. You yapped a yacht? I saw you sent me a couple messages. Is it that important? Anonymous, how's it going? Alright, everyone hold on as I check my Discord to see what Drippy sent me. Oh, okay, alright. Let me let me read out what Drippy said. So this is what Drippy texted me. He's going to re-explain why the circuits are like that for fun. I'm assuming you're talking about the whole nether storm that's happening up there with the circuits. So basically, once a Rec Room save gets put on a room, Rec Room Studio save gets put on a room, every object board on the components, like the trigger handles and the animation controllers, gets set to the attachment mode, attached, and is irreversible, sadly. Even if I set the attachment mode to detach and save the room, it'll put it back in attachment mode, in attachment mode attached. Okay? Basically, attachment mode attached means that the object board follows the parent. For example, if you move the trigger handle with the attachment mode set to attach, it'll follow the trigger handle's position, like if you clamp a cube to a trigger handle, but if it's set to detach, it'll stay the same place if the trigger handle is moved, but the Rec Room Studio always sets it to attached. Apparently, they were trying to fix it. Also, sorry if there are wording errors. I didn't double check. Alright, yeah, so that's Drippy's explanation. So the way that I'm understanding it here is the reason that... because I reloaded a save, it's not moving. All the animations are frozen right now. But the reason that everything is out there, and if they were playing, they'd be spinning around in a circle. The reason it's happening is because since Drippy has Rec Room Studio, it is changing the mode of the circuit boards that would be right here from detached to attached. So since they're way away from their parent controller, which is down and throughout the map, it then spins at that axis all the way around the map. That is my understanding of it. All right, thank you, thank you for re-explaining that, Drippy. I think we can just accept that the Wither Storm is present and move on. I think it's fine. We'll just live with it. All right, so for the actual street signs now, let's see. What color do we want to have the actual street sign to be? We don't need to have actual named streets, because I think that would just be unnecessary ink. Maybe we could have one that we have a street sign here, and maybe that has a text on it. Just for funsies, we could have it be an Easter egg. Actually, we could have that be one of the donation Easter eggs. That might be cool. For anyone that's new that's joining, just so you know, there should be text there at the bottom of the stream. But everyone who donates to the streams, we're using these names, and we're going to hide them throughout the map as Easter eggs. So if you want your map, your map hidden throughout the name, if you provide a donation, or if you become a member during one of these streams, you get your name hid as an Easter egg. So maybe that's where we'll hide one of the Easter eggs, is we'll put it on this, we'll make it a street sign name. That'd actually be pretty cool. Or if we don't do that, we'll have the street name be Cheese, because why wouldn't we? So what color then do we want the extra signs to be? We could do green, but I think that it would just be a little too out there for everything else that we're doing, because we've got a very bland color palette right now. So, I mean, if we did green, it would bring a little splash of color to everything, but I think white would probably be best. Because the only white we have right now is the white-ish color from the street lamps, and then the white outlines for the wall jump walls. So white wouldn't be too bad, and it wouldn't be a neon white, so it would be the only other white that'd be in the map. I think that wouldn't be too bad. Alright, so now let's do some experimenting with this. So what I'm thinking, what I'm envisioning is we'll have we'll have a little pole come out here, and then from there we'll then have basically just a white rectangle, and then we can put a trim around it as well. I think that's just what we'll do. So do we want to just do a square? Do a cylinder maybe to have that be the cross section on it? Let's experiment. Let's see. Let's try it with a cylinder, because I don't think a square would work. So let's do cylinder. I think I still have uniform shapes turned on, which is fine. So probably roughly that big. Let's see if we can get this centered in the actual pole. We'll just eyeball this. I think that's center. And then if we just bring this through the pole on each side. I think it's maybe a little too thick. So let's try scaling it down just a hair. And in case you were wondering, which I'm sure nobody was, I am actively sitting on my floor. This is it's just how I build. Like, I have a chair that I could be sitting in as I build, but if I want to get into the building headspace, of course it's one over here, I have to be sitting on the floor. I don't understand it. Alright, I think it's still a little too thick. I want it a little bit thinner. I want it just to be like a nice little itsy bitsy little piece of metal there, sticking out from either side. So let's do 2 more things down. Alright, I'm going, put me here. Thank you, sweet goodness. Oh, it's still a little too thick, really. Maybe it's fine. I think especially once we make it longer, I think that'll be fine. I think that's okay. Because if we make this like that wide, maybe not quite even. Of course, oh, it did put me over here when I was way up there. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's not too bad. So if we did a tube, we could have it like droop down slightly, but I don't think I want that. I think I want it to be a straight line. So I think that'll be okay. You love ads? I love when you get ads too. It gives me 0.00002% monies. It's great. Percent? Cents of monies. Okay, you're gonna go play Witcher 3? Ooh, let me know how it is. I've got a Steam gift card that I've been wondering how I should spend, and Witcher 3 has been on my wish list for a while. So let me know if you enjoy it or not. I may have to get it. How long am I going to stream? You can join an hour. I may be streaming. I'll at least be streaming for another hour. I may do maybe 2 more hours if I'm feeling up for it. All right. I like this so far. I think it's pretty good. Should still be fairly low ink. Well, except the fact that this is 2 separate objects right now. Let's just go ahead and merge this into one. Merge shapes. All right. So now we need a white street sign, so let's just, actually cardboard is fine. Oops. We'll start with cardboard. We might be able to get away with another color. Alright, and then, oops, wrong buttons. Shapes. Cube. Alright, so it's not gonna be all the way on each of the ends. I think oh, I still have uniform shapes on. Left teeth. Alright. Let's just scale this down to roughly how wide I think it should be. Maybe a little too wide still. Let's try one smaller. I think that's pretty good. Something else I was wanting to do is I was wanting to do a Beat Saber stream over the weekend. But I was having all sorts of issues with OVR with it, because for some reason trying to launch Beat Saber through Steam doesn't launch Steam VR. I don't get it. So then I wasn't able to launch OVR, so then I wasn't able to like see chat, which, you know, if I were going to do it, I would want to be able to read chat. And so yeah, unfortunately I couldn't get it to work. So then I was trying to mod Beat Saber, so then see if there was a mod for having a live stream chat in it, but then I couldn't get the mods to work. So yay! Spent like 3 hours of my Sunday doing that for absolutely no reason, or no benefit, I should say. So yeah, that was real fun. How does that feel sizing wise? Way too small. Way too small. Way too small. I can't have it. It needs to be longer. It needs to be, I think, that big. Maybe it's a little too long. It's a little too short. Nice in between. All right, there. I think that's good. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to... Oh, it's its own shape again. Gosh darn it, I keep doing that. Oh, of course, it's doing the bug. Because why does Rec Room not have bugs? Or, I mean, why would it not have bugs? All right, merge shapes. So now we can edit this. I really hate this game sometimes. All right, so we've got about that much space on the end. We probably don't need that much. So I think right about there would be good. Let's do a little bit more. I think that's fine. So let's clone this sucker on over. Just gonna eyeball the spacing here. I think that's good. So now we can, oh, that was the wrong one. Grab this one, there we go. And how does that feel? It needs to be a little bit longer. Yeah, maybe. Nope, too long. Some things just shouldn't be free-handed. Something, gosh darn it! Stop throwing me over here. Some things you should really do with a measuring stick of some kind. All right, I think that's definitely a step in the right direction. It's definitely missing the border. Without the border, it looks really stupid. So we'll have to find out how we want to do that. I'm thinking something else is not. All right, I think let's do the border, and then I think that'll tell me what else needs to change about it. I think so. Getting into Speedrunning Island, you got a 12:34 for your first successful speedrun. You did another, which would have been a sub 12, but the cannon on the final level exploded on the cannon. Oh, the cannonball exploded on the cannon. Yeah, that's always fun. I have no idea if a 12:34 is anything good or not. I have known nothing about the speedrunning for it. A possible Beat Saber stream after a year. Yes, it would be a Beat Saber stream if I could actually get it to work. So Baggy, I know because you've been posting some stuff of doing some modded songs. But you play on Quest 2, don't you? But so I mean, like, if you do know how to mod PC Beat Saber, let me know, because yeah, I'd like to be able to do a Beat Saber stream. I've been having a lot of fun playing it these past couple of days as well. Just it's a nice way. Like, you play for 30, 45 minutes, you can burn 100 calories. It's kind of nice. All right, border. We're gonna start by just doing this. One more, maybe. One back. I think that's what I need. Let's recolor this. Let's just do a temporary. That's horrible. Temporary that color. So then if we manipulate this down like that, does that do a good enough job at a border that we could be happy with it? Because it means that the white is actually bigger than it, but if I do it just... it's going to spawn me back at the start. But if we do it just slightly, I don't think you'd be able to notice it. Alright, black is definitely not the right color for it. I can tell you that much. It needs to be thicker. Maybe black is the right color. I went to grab the the freezer, I think. Here's my maker pen. Alright, definitely needs to be bigger, so let's just scale it up, I think would be the easiest way to do this. No, not the white in this one. I think in around, there, I think should be good. So let's manipulate this back down to be smaller. You find the modded songs more fun than the actual songs. The patterns are better for you personally. I think that the modding community definitely knows how to make more fun patterns than what the actual devs do. Because yeah, the devs, like, you know, they make good songs and they do good stuff, but it's just like, yeah, the patterns, a lot of it are the same, and they don't feel that unique or special. Whereas you play modded and it's like, ooh, these feel exciting. So yeah, it'd be fun to be able to start doing some more modded songs again as well. That is now poking through that side, which is not good. So let's try that. Okay, all right. Size-wise, I think it's good. I think the bottom needs to come out a little bit more. It's still looking too shallow. Even though I think it's the same size, I think it needs to be bigger because you're looking at it from the bottom. Also, let me stand up so I'm getting an appropriate read on it. Alright, that's too much. Let's go back up a little bit. Stops respawning me over here. This is not at all what I want. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm actually really happy with that sizing. Alright, so that's good. But now color-wise, I don't think that the black stands out enough. Or maybe what it needs is it needs a line going here above. But I don't think that would work very well. I'm not sure. I should probably get rid of the lighting on the things to do list and then put it back when I figure out the Rec Room lighting situation. To be honest, I put everything in OBS, and this was a previous, the whole background is an image that I had created for the stream when I first had it in, and that's just like, I need to put something in this corner, so like to-do list, and then I just put those in, and then I put everything in OBS today, and I was getting everything ready, and then when I was done with it all, I then look at the to-do list, and I'm like, oh, I should probably change that. I'm like, it's mostly right, but I should probably change it. And I was like, too much work, so I just decided just to leave it. But yeah, I will maybe change that for next stream, because it's not just a text in OBS that I can change. It's the whole thing is its own image. Okay. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And if I don't love it, I don't want to put it in the game. That's kind of my whole idea for this map. So if I'm not in love with it, I don't want to put it in. Like, I want to be really happy with everything that I'm doing. Which the benches I'm not in love with. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is one of the things that I'm the most not enthralled about. I have a picture of it. It was just like, it's not quite there. I think I need to toy around more with the recoloring of these here, and I think I might be able to find something with what I want. Because yeah, it's the shape of the borders here and the color that I'm just not in love with. But I think if I do some recoloring, I might be able to get it to work. Okay, other thing that I'm noticing is that because we have the trim now, I think that both of those squares need to be shifted out, and we'll need to make the pole even longer. Do we just leave it as black for now? Because I don't know what other color we could do that would make it look good. Maybe I should just try a trim at the top. All right, let's do that. Let me move this over first, realign it, and then I'll put the black trim at the top and just see if I like that more. Because I don't know what other color to do without having it look stupid. So, well, maybe I have to do some experimenting. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know, because my brain is so out right now. I'm trying to actually finish getting this street sign to work. It's one of those things where, like, you have the idea of it before you start building it, so then your brain can't process anything else other than the first thing that you imagined. It's just like, no, there is no other option to being able to build this. It is just solely what I imagined first. Should probably make this actually stick out through it, so we can get a good idea of what it looks like. Alright, let's move that up there. And then let's just bring it down. I was gonna put me back at the start. Gosh, I gotta start lowering myself to the ground. Alright, so first thing I don't like is how thin it is, so I'd have to bring it, the white part down a little bit. But I don't think I like it. I don't like having the black line up there at the top. I think I'd rather just keep the white connected to the gray. So yeah, let's just delete that. So I think that is better. So this is what I want. I do like it. It's just not perfect. So something about it needs to change. But I don't know what that thing is. Alright. Just resize this. I wonder if these are too long now. I think it's still fine. I don't think I quite... is that spaced correctly? Maybe it is. I can't tell, honestly. Alright, so I like it, but I don't love it. Another thing that we could do is instead of just having a square, we could have it almost be like an arrow, right? Where like it's flat on this side, but then on the right side there it would come into a point. Because I've definitely seen some street signs designed like that, but we'll have to see. Gotta love Rec Room respawning you in a whole other game when dropping the Baker pen. Just somewhere completely different. Witcher 3 is good so far. Cyberpunk 2077 is definitely a game you should get, though. I don't know. I don't think I would enjoy Cyberpunk. I've heard a lot of really good things about it, and all my friends and everyone that has told me about it have given me nothing but praise from it. And I've also said that I should try it, but I don't know. For some reason, I have hesitancy. I am hesitant to go play it. Sweet goodness. When you can't figure out the word, you just find a different way to use it. That's what I've learned. I had another idea. Oh, that's what it was. Instead of... Or maybe we do both. Okay, so my idea is... Instead of having the black trim... be at the bottom like that, I'm thinking we actually have just a white square inside of the a black square inside of the white square. So I think, is that far down enough? I think it needs to go a little bit more. So let me just experiment with it on this side and we'll see if I like it or not, or if it's even worse. Oh, that's too far. I don't want it all the way to the edge. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's clone this. I will say the good thing about building on the floor is the fact that you can rest your maker pen on the ground whenever you need really good stability. But maybe that's just a problem that I have because of my shaky hands. Shaky hands! I don't know why my hands are so shaky. Seems to be random too. Just like some days when I'm building, everything's perfectly fine and I can do tube work and be perfectly fine. But other days, like today, I can't even select the right shape. These are not locking into where the same thing. I'm as low as I can go. Is my lock not set to the minimum? It is. What? Why are they not going perfect? Gotta love this game. Gotta love it. You are required by law to love it. It was in the terms and service that you signed, or that you agreed to when you first started playing. You have to love the game. And I think that's where I want it. Oop. Let's move that over. And that one. Alright. No, definitely not. But what if we combined it? Alright, put me down here. Yeah! I was lowered to the ground. Alright, it definitely adds more visual stimulus to it. That is for sure. I don't know how else to explain that. There's just more going on, so it looks better. But obviously more going on means more ink. And I don't think I love it. I'd probably bring it in a little bit more so there's more of a white trim there. It looks, I think it looks better than not having it. But that's 4 extra cubes that it would take up for each pole. That should be 8 because you have to do both sides. All right, hold on. Let me do some calculations for the ink. So if we, oh wait, no. Select this, and then, oh, of course it's doing the bug. And it's gonna, oh, it didn't put me over there. All right, so select this, select another decoration object, merge the shapes. Let's then edit this. And then we're going to select these 4. Just clone them so we have the appropriate amount of shapes. We're not going to line that up. So then if we select everything, there we go. All right, so we're at 93.79. If we clone one of these. Ooh, really? 0.05? I guess it is. That is a lot of squares. I mean, 0.05 isn't the end of the world. But if we got to consider it of the fact that we only have less than 7% ink left. And if I want to use these to decorate the map, what is this? Alright, well that's there. If I want to use these to decorate throughout the map, I'll probably have to put in, I think, at least 10. Because I was trying to be very spacious with the benches. But that, I think I ended up putting in 8 or 9, and I was doing it like as far and few between as I felt like I could, while still having to be at like an appropriate decoration, not like 2 throughout the map. They'd be like, wait, why is there a bench? So yeah, I think I did like 8. So it means I'll probably have to do 12. So 12 with 0.0, what was it, 0.05, right? Yeah, 0.05 would be 0.5. So 0.6 would be 12. Which can I designate 0.6% ink for just light posts or street signs. I don't know. Adios, ADNX. Let me know, let me know. Have a good rest of your day. My brain is confuddled right now. You do seem like the kind of person to like Witcher 3. I just recently started listening to the books on Audible, and I've been liking them so far. So yeah, I may have to get in a ways into the series, and then I'll maybe start playing the game, and I could be like, oh, things make sense. What am I making? I am making Rec Room inside of Speedrunners. I am making Speedrunners inside of Rec Room. So if you don't know what Speedrunners is, you can go back to the start of the stream. I explained everything. But basically, you got to run through the map, be faster than everybody else, and be the last person alive. Right now, this is the death lobby, where when you die and you're waiting for the next round to start, this is where you hang out. And I'm trying to make a decoration that we'll put throughout the map to help keep everything visually interesting. So that's what's happening. Oh, hey G, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to think if there is a less ink way that we could do something within the white to make it visually interesting. Because I think that's what I'm missing. Because I'm missing something in the white to then keep it visually appealing. But I want to test one other thing here, where without these, oops, wrong one. Right, so without it, so we're at 0.8 or 0.82. Really? Too many shapes in the subject, of course. But yeah, that's taken up almost just as much. Because yeah, that's 0.3 and then, or 0.03 and then 0.04. So it's probably about like 0.035. So that only takes up, I thought that would be like 0.2. Huh. How much of that is the tubes? That's what I want to know. Oh, and there's also the cylinder. Okay, so what if we have these? Really? So that's 0.025. So how much is the tube itself? Because this has got to be pretty cheap. Is it the cylinder that's eating up so much? So that's like about 0.01. So does that make this like 0.15? Well, okay, so it's just a little bit more than 0.01. Huh. And then the square should be like taking like nothing, right? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it takes about 4 to be 0.01%. Okay, so would it actually be cheaper to do a tube instead of a cylinder? It might be. Cheese in the white? I like that. We'll have to do that. Let's try something. So if I create a cylinder, there it is. We've got a cylinder, and then let's make it's down here, 2. So I just say 2.2, and so this would be exactly how much it would be to take up, or to fulfill the role of the cylinder. So we're at 0.86. That goes up to 0.87, and then we've got 1. Okay, so about 0.005% ink. And this one should go up. Yeah, so it's about 0.005% ink. Which we concluded that this was what? 0.1? Yeah, because what? Why does tube take up less than a cylinder? And I could take up even less ink with the cylinder if I didn't have all the facets. I don't think I could get away with that, though. I think that'd be a little too choppy. Alright, well, let's do that to save some ink. The reason I did a cylinder instead of a tube was I thought it would take up less ink. Clearly not. Alright, let's turn on... Where am I? Circuits debugging. I need to recreate. That's what I'm missing. Alright, snapping and settings. Turn this all the way up to 0.5. Degrees all the way up. Simply do that. Turn these back down. Okay. So then... Actually, let's first move this up here. So then we can get the right size. Alright. Scale. Select. There we go. Do this side. As much as I like the lo-fi music that I have for these streams, it really puts me to sleep, which is a slight problem. Okay. That, I think, should about cover where I need it to. Oh, you know, something else I just realized that makes me an absolute dumb... No, never mind. I was going to say that's making me an absolute dum-dum is the fact that this object isn't decoration. I never changed it. But no, because we merged it with that, it should be decorational. Yeah, it said it's decoration. So I was like, it would be so much less ink. No. I was stupid about thinking I was stupid. I was accidentally smart before. Alright, so let's then edit this. And then we need to move these down to here. The only thing I don't like is the pointed ends here like that. But I think that's a trade-off I'm willing to take for half the amount of ink for this beam. Oh. Could I select it, please? Thank you. Alright. How does that feel? Because it's slightly smaller. Yeah, Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so that's good. So we're saving 0.05% ink for every one of these that we clone now. But for the actual, this here, all right, let me make the adjustment of bringing this all in. I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Precise movement is so difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there we go. So let's bring each of these in the same amount. Again, being able to sit on the floor and rest the controller against the floor is an absolute lifesaver for doing this. I think that was 5. Pretty certain. Yeah, it looks like the same gap between top and bottom. Oh, come on. Well, when you lose the tracking, it's not very helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. So now I just have to bring these down. Oh, wrong one. There we go. One of the things I really find crazy is just remembering where the room was, like, just a few months ago. Like, I was just thinking back to one of the previous times that I was streaming building, and we were just starting to construct this room. Like, that was literally what we were doing. We were working on the blueprint for the room and just kind of brainstorming everything that we wanted to be in it. It's just like so much has happened. It's crazy. All right, that provides more room on each side. All right, that definitely looks a lot better. Okay, so I like that better than how it was before, and I like it better than just having the sign blank. But is it better? Do this: white cube, black cube, white cube. I don't think I see what you mean. White cube, black cube, white cube? Because... Oh! You absolute genius! You absolute genius! That'll save 2 shapes on this. I am... I need to stream these more often. I get people that actually like know how to build and know how to save shapes. You absolute genius, man. So if I take this, clone this, and then make this just 1 bigger, like so, we then... Oh, I should have left the other cubes in just so I could have gotten an eyeball for how big the edges needed to be. I love it when I first read your message there, and I was like, what? There's no way that could be possible. That's not gonna work. You silly man. And then I was like, wait. You genius, man. All right, so there we go. So now we got that. So then we just clone. I could just do this one again. So then make this one bigger to stick out. Like so. Let's recolor it now just so I can actually see what we're doing. Oh, I don't have the color saved. It was just white cardboard. That's black. This set to 0. There we go. And then bring this in. There's what, about that thick. I don't think this really needs to be perfect, but I'm going to try my best to eyeball it. There we go. there you go. Off he goes. What a champ. Yeah, it's just like you hit me with the idea, and then all of a sudden, like, I just go into fever dream mode, and I'm just working away. All right, yeah, look at that. There's no visual difference between your idea and what I was doing, unless you get really, really close, which I don't think it's gonna be possible for anyone to get that close. I mean, even when you are this close, you can't even tell. All right, so yeah, I think that works, and that saves ink, and I think we then would be able to. I smell it. There we go. We should be able to afford to then have this be what we clone all throughout the map, because now that it takes up a low enough amount of ink. I think we'll still have to do some maths with it to confirm that, but I think we'll be good. All right, how does that feel for sizing? I think it's pretty good. All right, perfect. So now we can just select the 2 shapes instead of the 4 and do this. Booyah. Perfect. So now I believe we're as low ink as we can go. And if we do this, how much is that taken up? 0.04. If we do this, is it going to be another 0.04 or 0.03? So that was really 0.03. So I think this is taken up around 0.35. Oh wait, was that 5? Oh, that was 4 again. Yeah, and that was no 3. Yeah, so it's taken up 0.35% ink. So now the math is harder. So we're saving 0.15 then for everyone that we clone. So what's 0.35 times 12? Well, if we just do 10, that is... wait, what did I say? It's 0.035? Yeah, 0.035. So it would be 0.35 if we have 10. So we could get up to 20, and it would be 6.7, so which we're not going to need 20. So yeah, I think the design of this is definitely better, and I think it's low enough ink that we can have this be the decoration throughout the map. All right, good teamwork. Good teamwork, everybody. You got a Spanish ad? What? Credit you in the room for sharing the magical white cube, black cube, and white cube theorem. Maybe what we can do is on one of the street signs that I'll put in the death lobby here. I don't know if I'll have one back there, but there'll definitely be 1 or 2 throughout this area. We can do something special to one of these to help commemorate it. I'm not sure how, but I don't know. We can think of something, and we can honor you with it. All right. So I think this is fine. I may do some adjustments to it later. But I think it's a-okay. We're not going to clone it and put it all throughout the map yet. We are... Oh, gosh darn it. Gotta love the way that the selection tool works in this game. Alright, we're just going to put this over here for right now. And we will then, probably either tomorrow or over the next couple of days, I'll go through and I'll put those throughout the map. Just because it's kind of a long and boring, tedious process. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Like, yeah, maybe a few other minor adjustments. Ooh. You know one that I just thought of? Oh, but that would take up more ink, though. Okay, I'm not going to do this right now, because I want to move on to something different. But what I'm thinking is, since now that we're using tubes for this, I could just have 2 joints. Oh, actually, no, it'd only take 1 more joint. So it would be 2 more joints in total. So yeah, there wouldn't be very much ink. But I add a joint here and then a joint at the end of that one, and then I just make that joint slightly bigger, so we have this kind of effect, but right here on the end. I think that would definitely look a lot better. All right, we're gonna move on to something different. Okay, street signs, check, and pretty low ink. Trash bin. This is the one I'm the most scared about, because I want this, I definitely think I can put this like all throughout the map and it'll look good. But to actually design it to look good is scaring me. So I'm not sure how we're going to do it. It's going to take a lot of trial and error. Okay, you're from the tournament of 1,000 runs, so have you brought back PTSD? I think I've gotten over it. It was an experience. It's fine. Eamon has thoughts. Who knows? Wasn't it 10K? No, it was 1K. If I did 10,000 runs of Golden Trophy, that'd be a little too much. The longer you make the tubes, the more ink it takes up. But if you make the cylinders or any other shape longer, the ink percentage stays constant. I don't believe so. let's test that real quick, because I am actually curious, because that would change the way I do a lot of things. Because I have uniform shapes turned on right now. So if I'm at 0.77 and I take this, doesn't matter how long I make this, it is staying at the same percentage of ink. So just to inform you, just so that you know, because now if I take this and I do this, now you can see that the percentage is going up. So what's making this different? Well, one, you can see that this one is curved. So if we, gosh darn it, if we come here to the edit of this shape, you can see all of the different joints. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 joints. The joints is what matters of how much ink it takes up. So if I come here to this one and I edit this tube, it only has 2 joints. And so I can take this joint and I can make this tube for as long as I want. We're at, let's move it back there. So we're at 0.03 right now, and I can take this and I can stretch this all the way out into infinity over here. That's infinity, I swear. And we are still at 0.03. So the length of the tube does not matter. What matters is the pivot points. So, whoops. So I would just be adding on more pivot points. I'd be adding 2 more pivot points, which then would be slightly more ink. But I'd have to do some testing about it. Do I remember you? Of course I remember you, GDV. Or recognize you? I don't recognize, but I do remember. This is what I have realized. I am really good at recognizing the names when I see them, and I can be like, oh yeah, I remember that name from some of the previous streams. And I'm then also really good at remembering personalities of, like, when I'm hanging out with somebody in a community stream, I may recognize them from community stream to community stream, but then when they type something in the chat, I then can't remember that name corresponds to that personality. But I've gotten pretty good at being able to recognize the names and then also the personalities. But when it comes to the pictures and then the connecting events to names is a whole nother ordeal. Ethium, do you remember? I do remember the name Ethium. Is that you, Ghosty? Do I recognize you? I have no idea who Baggy is. You showed up like just recently, so you're one of the new members to the community. Okay, so trash can. I am so scared about this. So I have a couple of ideas, I think, for really low ink we could do. Like, I'm talking 0.01% ink. Because I want this to be really low ink, because there probably will be about 20 to 30 throughout the map. But if I do it so low ink, I don't think I can get it to be high enough quality. But let me just test. Turn that up to that much. Create. I'm just going to change colors here. Let's do this. So I need, how many joints do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need 4 joints. So let's make our 4 joints. Turn these all the way back down. Oh, wait. Nope, those are the wrong ones. Gosh darn it. Snapping. There it is. That's what I need. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's just toy around with this. Because, yeah, my idea is I think I can get this to work with 4 joints of a single tube. But some drastic experimenting is going to need to take place. And I have no idea if I can get this to look good or not. Scale. I mean, this is more or less my idea. This is basically it. I don't know if I can get this to look any more detailed with this design. But I don't know. When I look at that, I don't see trash can. That is not the first thing that comes to my mind. I think more mushroom. That's what it looks like to me. So I don't know if there's a way I can get this to look. Oh. I don't know if that would help, though. Oh, you know what? That kind of does, actually. Let's move this up. Okay, I'm seeing it. Like, so I don't know if you know the design that I'm going for, but it's the, well, let's move this up a little bit. So we've got more of the curve there down at the bottom, and maybe even make this one slightly smaller. Yeah, it's pretty good. But like the type of trash can that I'm imagining is like it's got the dome top and then like the slots for the garbage would then be like right here, and then it's like on all four sides, and then it's got like that weird lip that goes around it. Like that's what I'm picturing, and that's almost it. And this has got to take up so low ink too. All right, we're gonna move, please. We're gonna put this off to the side because, yeah, if I want to go that low ink, I don't think I can get it to be visually appealing enough. But I mean, that is a really good. It's close enough. I mean, kind of. But I don't know. I'm also, you know how picky I am about anything, so we'll have to see. For real, Baggy is super new. I know, right? Okay. You didn't make a YouTube video today, but you saw that you were streaming and you thought it's been way too long since you watched one of the streams? Well, nice, you're here. And now you've seen the stream, so now go make a YouTube video. What type of bin, you mean trash can you're making? I can see what type of trash can we're looking at. Like, yeah, it looks like a trash can, but it's not enough like a trash can. Like, again, if it was sitting right next to the bench, like, you could look at it and you could be like, oh, yeah, that's supposed to be a trash can. But this also looks like a Half-Life 2 level of trash can here that I don't think I'm willing to settle for. Like, if this was, like, a distant trash can, like, you were only seeing it from 100 feet out or so, or anything longer than that, then yeah, that would suffice. You wouldn't need anything more. But since players are going to be able to get real close to it, I think this is too low design. Okay, so if we're gonna go higher polygons, make it take up more ink, what else could I do to still take up a low amount of ink? Can you do golden with only pods? It is impossible to do golden with only pods. Stream is way important to pass the chance. I mean, hopefully I'll be streaming a lot more over the next few weeks, so you should have a good ample amount of opportunities to be able to tune in again. So if you want to go stream, there is no pressure to hang around. Or if you want to go make a YouTube video, no pressure. But you do what you want. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so I have a couple other ideas of the type of trash cans that we can make. So let me just draw these just so I can get a vague idea. Because the other one that I'm thinking of would be, it's basically just the square, right? I feel like I'm playing charades right now. Where it's just like this. Just on all four sides. Like that. So you've got your slots for garbage up in the top, and then these are the solid walls. So like that's the other style that I'm thinking of. It's like a square instead of a circle. But for that to be low ink, I don't think there's a way that I can do that. Hey, Drippy's here.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Drippy. So, because the only way the bare minimum, I would need, I could get away with 1, 2, 3, 4.
What you doing?
5, 6. I could get away with 6 shapes to make this happen. But I don't know if I could get it to look good enough with 6. I could probably make it look
I clicked off the stream like a while ago.
half decent with 8, maybe? Because how many shapes is that? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so the street lamp is also 8. Or not the street lamp, the street sign is also 8.
Great.
But I don't think, because there's going to be a lot more garbage cans than there are street signs. This video has been sponsored by PHS Recycling. You right? Okay. You think you should add this trash can? It's perfect. You're right. You think this is a good trash can? You think we should put this everywhere?
It looks like a trash can.
It does look like a trash can. It's an amazing trash can. So, alternatively, I could do another design like that. The other design that I was thinking of, but I don't know how to make this take up less ink, where it's the type that goes like this, or it's basically the same exact same, but it's got all the, instead of being one solid mass, it's got all the poles. Oh, this is horrible. And then you've got like the ring like this, and then you've got like the dome here. And then like it would connect down like that. Like that's the other kind that I could do, which is basically that, but it's got the string design instead of solid. But I have no idea how to do that without taking up a whole bunch of ink. Let me pull up Google Images real quick. I think everything's becoming real laggy for you all, so just have some patience. I'm just gonna look up city garbage bin. Alright, let's see what kind of results I get here. No, I don't want one like that. Yeah, that was the one I was kind of thinking about with the lines and then like the little hat on top. That's most of everything that I'm seeing. We could do one of it doesn't have the hat on top. I think that would be a little bit easier to pull off. I think it'd be a little bit harder to recognize what it would be though. Wow, Google Images has been incredibly unhelpful. Normally, like if I'm trying to like get an idea of what I want something like an object to look like, I just come here and I can be like, oh, that's a pretty cool design. I could do something like that. This is just giving me the same objects just over and over again. Okay, it showed a Lego garbage bin, and that kind of gave me an idea. What if... Oh, I am lagging so bad now. Why am I lagging? Drippy, why am I lagging? Why?
I have no idea. I am also currently lagging as well.
What if I stop trying to see my desktop? Nope. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's horrible. I think I need to restart Rec Room? Is it Rec Room or is it VR? I think it's my entire VR. Okay, I'm gonna try restarting Rec Room though. Maybe that'll fix it. I'm gonna save the room real quick.
Why do I have 16 frames?
I think I'm about at the same right now. Did me making the tube trash cans really cost that much CPU to get eaten up?
The game didn't like it.
Inventions exist for a reason. That's another thing I could do is I could search up what other people have made. Why did you get a UMB bank with drive-through services hat? What? I do not understand. Okay. Room saved. I'm still lagging. My entire VR is lagging, but if I close Rec Room, yeah, everything's fine now. Okay. So let's try relaunching Rec room. Oh, that's not good for lag though. Minimize that screen. Okay, there we go. Enjoy this black screen. I mean, what always seems to happen is whenever I have issues, and then it's just everyone's staring at a black screen for a while, I get my viewer count goes up. So we'll have to see if we can hit a record for the stream while we're sitting here waiting. So you gotta love Rec Room. Like, everything's running fine, and all of a sudden you tab out once, and then you tab back in, and everything is running at 4 frames a second. Gotta love it. There's nothing better. Ugh. You wanna know something crazy? I apparently have 321 hours on OVR Toolkit, which I only run OVR when I'm streaming. I have very limitedly I have very sparsely used OVR when I'm not streaming. So that means probably about 300 of those hours I have been streaming. So I've streamed over 300 hours of my life. That's weird to think about. Alright, let's turn streamer cam back on. POV, getting lots more lag. Let's go. Thought I got a message or an invitation. Trippy's still there. Perfect. Go. Why am I lagging so much?